Hi guys, today I'm filming the mid-year book freakout tag. I haven't been tagged by anyone, but it just sounded so much fun and I was thinking of doing my top 10 so far of the year anyways. And I think this one pretty much covers it in a funnier way. So the first question is the best book you have read in 2015 so far. And I couldn't choose just one, so I have several to show you. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, which I read at the start of the year, about these twins who have kind of stopped talking with each other, and then you find out eventually what's happened. And I love Jandy Nelson's writing. The writing was so beautiful and I loved the story, and I highly recommend this. The second book I have is A Darker Shade of Magic by V. Schwab, and this is about this guy who can kind of travel between different Londons, and some Londons have magic and the others do not, and I absolutely love this. And I can't wait for the second book to come out early next year. Then I have The Storied Life of A.J. Fikri by Gabrielle Zevin, about this guy who has a bookshop on this small island. And this book was just so heart-wrenching and funny at the same time, and I really loved it, and it's perfect for people who love books basically. So, you know, basically the whole of BookTube. The next book I've talked about on my channel several times, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it, but it's Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. This book was so good, so good. Please read it. It deals with GLBT teens, about coming out and falling in love for the first time, and it just left the biggest smile on my face, and it was so good. I loved it so much. And a recent favourite I was gushing about actually in my wrap-up, and that is The Rat and the Dawn by Renée Ahdieh, a retelling about 1001 Nights. So there's a boy king who takes a wife every day, and then he has to kill her at dawn. And what he doesn't know basically is that his new wife, who has volunteered for the job, is there to kind of revenge her best friend's death at his hands. And I loved this. Oh my god, it was so good. I haven't felt like this about a book since I read Ignite Me about a year ago. The writing is just beautiful, and the story and the characters and everything is perfect, and there's so much banter going on, funny stuff, and I was just laughing and crying, and it was so good. The second question is the best sequel you've read so far in 2015, and I was just actually checking my Goodreads challenge, and I haven't read one single sequel for books. So I have to remedy that situation soon, but for this question I have no other answer now except graphic novels, so I've chosen Rat Queens Volume 2, The Far-Reaching Tentacles of Angurat, and I really enjoyed this. If it's possible, I think I enjoyed this even more than the first volume, and it's just so good. The third question is a new release you haven't read yet, but you need to. And I've chosen some books I already have on my shelves at the moment, which are really high up on my TBR. And the first one is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And the second one is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. Heard great things about both books. I'm really excited to get to these soon. The fourth question is your most anticipated release for the second half of the year. And I have the fourth book in the Falling Kingdom series, which is called The Frozen Tides. I have the third book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series by Ransom Riggs, coming out on my birthday. Yeah. And that's called The Library of Lost Souls, I think. Also, I'm really excited to get my hands on the sequel for 1000 Pieces of You, called 10,000 Skies Above You by Claudia Gray, and I love these covers. The cover of the sequel is gorgeous as well, and I think it's coming out in November or something, so I can't wait to continue with this series. I really loved it. And also on this list are Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon and Carry On by Rainbow Roll. The fifth question is the biggest disappointment of the year. And for this one I have Angel's Blood by Nalini Singh. I really wanted to like this book and I really kind of didn't. But I will still continue with the series to see if it gets better. Also on this list is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I know many people love this, but I just didn't think it was anything special. I gave it 3 stars. Kind of wish I had liked it a bit more. So, and the third book I was really disappointed in was Forgive Me Leonard Peacock by Matthew Quick, and I just really didn't like the main character and I just didn't see what was so special about the book. I'm sorry. So the sixth question is the biggest surprise of the year so far, and for this one I have The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, which was unlike anything I expected. I quite enjoyed this. I think I gave it 3.5 stars and I bought the sequel already. It's about this kind of dystopian society with clairvoyants and non-seers. And the clairvoyants are kind of hunted down for their unnaturalness. So yeah, I'm looking forward to picking up the sequel. Another gorgeous book. I love the cover. And the second surprise of the year. Can you guess it? It's Jew. I did not expect to love this series so much, but I did. It's so fantastic, so funny and so gross, and I just love it. Seventh question is favorite new author, and for this one I have pretty much the same authors I showed you for my favorite books of the year so far. So there's V. Schwab. I've never read a book from her before, although I do have the archived series, both of the books in that one, and also Vicious on my shelf, and I really need to get to them because V. Schwab's writing was fantastic. Then I have, of course, Peggy Albertalli. I think this is her debut novel, and yeah, looking forward to reading more from her because this book, you guys. And the third one, you can probably guess it. Can you? It's Renadia. Also, I think her debut novel, absolutely fantastic. You should read it. I loved it. Question 8, newest fictional crush. And I feel like I'm just recycling the books from the previous questions, but you know, The Rat and the Dawn. I'm not gonna say anything else, so I'm not spoiling anything for you, but you'll know who I mean. You'll know who I mean. And the second fictional crush is Rai from A Darker Shade of Magic, which is actually a kind of secondary character in this book, but I've heard that he gets a bigger role in the second book, so that's awesome. I really loved him in this book as well. Question 9, newest favorite character. And again, A Darker Shade of Magic, Lila Bard. I loved her. She was so kick-butt character, like wannabe pirate and just all around awesome person. Can't wait to read more about her. And also Noah from I'll Give You the Sun, who was like an artist, and I just loved his quirkiness and like how he kind of painted these paintings inside his head, and yeah. Question 10, a book that made you cry. The Storied Life of A.J. Fikri. If you're planning to read this, get the tissues ready. Question 11, a book that made you happy. Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. This was just such feel-good novel. Like, I was just smiling throughout, laughing, smiling. It was awesome. Question 12. Your favorite book to film adaptation. And I honestly can't remember which adaptations I've seen this year. I was trying to, and I don't know. Jurassic World, is it based on a book? I really like that film. It was like almost on par with the level of awesomeness of the first film. Like, we can forget the second and the third film. Let's pretend those two never happened. Jurassic World was everything I could have wanted. I also kind of liked Insurgent, but I haven't read the book yet, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But I can't think of anything else. So yeah. Question 13 is your favorite video you've filmed this year. And seeing as I only started my channel this year, I haven't got that many videos. I suppose my book hauls, it's not really anything special, but you know, I love getting new books and it's been awesome. Like, I've done some insane hauls and I've just loved every single one of the books I've hauled. So yeah. Question 14 is the most beautiful book you've received or bought this year. And again, A Darker Shade of Magic. Uprooted Magonia by Maria Davana Heatley. I don't know. I'm not sure if I bought this book or this year or last year, but I'm gonna say it was at the start of this year. The Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. I really love this cover. It's so beautiful. And the back as well. Also, An Ember in the Ashes by Sabata here. And to show you a couple of my Splinter classics, I adore these covers. So those are some of the prettiest books I've bought so far this year. 15. What books do you need to read by the end of this year? Well, there's all the books that were in my most anticipated books for the second part of the year. Also I really want to get to the Throne of Glass series. I still haven't started it. The Krishna trilogy and some of the classics as well. I'm hoping to read some Fitzgerald this year, maybe, possibly. And what else? Probably some J.A. Ward as well, because I haven't read any of her books this year so far, which is weird. I was sure that I have read, but the year is just going by so fast, you know? I don't know. So that was the mid-year book freakout tag. Let me know also in the comments down below what is your most anticipated release for the second part of the year. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!